I just wanted to go over the Glastonbury controversy with Kneecap, Bob Vylan, freedom of speech, and the hypocrisy and irony of the right wing's reaction to this. So let's get straight into the video.
The BBC had decided not to live stream the Northern Irish band Kneecap, but no such preemptive action against the punk duo who preceded them on Glastonbury's Westholt stage.
Free, free!
Which is so ironic. It's just so deeply ironic. The people calling out the genocide are being censored over the people who actually do it. We're enabling a genocide, an ongoing genocide in Gaza, and it's the people that call it out that are the bad guys, that are held accountable for their words, not their actions. It's just insane.
Free, free!
Bob Vylan went on to lead the crowd, or parts of it, in a chant of death, death to the IDF, Israel's army.
Well, I thought it was appalling, to be honest, and I think the BBC and Glastonbury have got questions to answer about how we saw such a spectacle on our screens. I'd also say to the Israeli embassy, get your own house in order in terms of the conduct of your own citizens and the settlers in the West Bank.
The BBC said it would...
Slight meaningless pushback. Okay, so this is a question of artistic license, essentially. So if Eminem goes on stage, does one of his songs, let's say Kill You, we understand the context of that it's art. He's on a stage, he's performing at a festival, he's an artist, whether you like it or not, whether you're pro-art or not, often fascists don't like it. What's the intent? Is he inciting violence towards the IDF? Or is he commenting on the current situation of the Glastonbury and BBC and the censorship of words over a genocide? I think that's the intention. We have to look at the intention of the artist. There's a reason why Kneecap aren't in jail for incitement, because they are artists. They have a political point that they're... And you may not like it. You may not like the fact that it's hyperbolic, it's violent, but art is. Art should be provocative. It should hurt in some ways. Like, it should be painful. Like, if you don't witness a piece of art or theatre and come away kind of a little bit shaken, that's not art. So they are anti-art. Like, and the hypocrisy of the right, like Lucy Connolly, she did incite violence. She pleaded guilty. Now they say she shouldn't be in jail. And now they're saying these guys should be in jail. Which one is it? You can't have it both ways.
Would not be making the set available on demand, calling some of the comments made during it deeply offensive, adding that a warning was issued on screen about the very strong and discriminatory language. Glastonbury organiser Emily Evis...
There you go, a content warning. There's a content warning, like you have on a film, when you know people might die, and you know it's entertainment, and you know the context. People need to be adults. There's a genocide going on, come on.
Posted on Instagram saying, "We are appalled by the statements made from the Westholt stage by Bob Vylan yesterday. Their chants very much crossed a line."
Statements? How are they statements? Statements. What's the subtext? What's the context? What's the intention? I think you have to look at that. It's art. But they don't. Because now, everything's all like blurred into one. Like, everything's Twitter. It's like, no. It's the same with comedy. Like, a comedy sketch, comedy bit could be very hateful. But what's the intention? I don't believe he had violent intentions. But maybe the police find out he did. And he should be dealt with. But I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe it will.
And we are urgently reminding everyone involved in the production of the festival that there is no place at Glastonbury for antisemitism, hate speech or incitement to violence.
How is it antisemitism? The IDF. Like, they're a military that have killed, literally shot at Palestinians trying to get food. Like, we have to look at this in context of what they're doing. This isn't about Jewish people. It's about Israel and the genocide. Like, they're trying to conflate those things.
So far, the band's response to the controversy has been limited to this Instagram post.
The scenes yesterday will have triggered a response in a great many people. Tens of thousands of people who claim to be humanitarians, young people chanting for death.
Do you think they were chanting for the deaths of individual soldiers or in opposition to what they see as the instrument of war crimes in Gaza?
There is no excuse for anti-Semitism.
See, you can't even answer the question. Answer the question. Individuals or the war crimes committed by the IDF? Like, oh no, there's no... See, so disingenuous.
Whatever is happening elsewhere, extremism and anti-Semitism is caused by extremists and anti-Semites.
Kneecap set has now
How is that anti-Semitism being against soldiers that kill children, snipe them in the head? That doesn't make sense.
been made available on the BBC's iPlayer in edited form, though still containing chants against Sir Keir Starmer and allegations of Israeli war crimes. One member...
Allegations. Like, we've seen it in the media. Like, allegations.
Liam O'Gohani was charged in May with a terror offence for allegedly displaying a Hezbollah flag, which he denies.
They're speaking out, and I think that that's important and good for them.
It was epic, it was brilliant. Speaking up for the Palestinians is the most important thing that Kneecap have done.
True, but he's allowed... See. No politics, but reform, you know, representatives allowed to play.
Sunshine.
Lord Man is the government.
What a genocide is going on? Like, they're acting like, oh, you know, Glastonbury's always been political. It's like, they just don't care. It's just like, the media will manufacture consent. This didn't happen, and then 5 years' time, it's like, oh, we were all against it, weren't we?
Independent advisor on anti-Semitism, and he joins me now. Lord Man, you know, Bob Vylan, for a start, cites the Sex Pistols as one of their influences. Do you think Bob Vylan and Kneecap are part of a kind of long tradition of musicians being provocative, or is it something much more concerning than that?
Yeah, well, it's somebody
Such a loaded question.
who just wants to get a few headlines for himself by being extreme. But no, this isn't a tradition of music or music festivals.
Yes, it is. It really is. Like, this is how you... Like, often this is what art does. It causes controversy. It asks the questions. And often against power. Against Israel. Against the UK. And America enabling a genocide. Like, it's insane that we're having this conversation. We talk about the genocide. I mean, is it 93 children? 93% of children in Gaza right now are on the verge of famine? And we're talking about this bullshit? It's insane.
And there's always been plenty of politics on the fringes of Glastonbury, occasionally on the stage.
I'm sorry, if you're holding the phone, you can hold it straight. You've got two hands. He's like, hold, put it down somewhere.
But this is something quite different. These festivals are meant to be about peace and love and people coming together.
Yeah, they are against the genocide. Yes. It's fine to oppose a genocide.
And everyone feeling able to go. And you have someone getting up and shouting for people to be killed. I mean,
so do you think...
line.
Right, so do you think a criminal offence...
But again, what's the intention? Death to, like, there's many ways you could read that. Is it the symbolic? Is it a symbolic death? Is it a literal death? Obviously, there would be an investigation, probably, and they'll determine. But what is the intent? Will he plead guilty if he is found out? Like, again, Lucy Conley should be out of jail. Should this guy be in jail? Like, which one is it?
Offence may have been committed then?
Well, that's for the police to decide. But
Exactly.
I think it may well find he's got more problems with...
Well, exactly. It's up to the police to decide, isn't it? The police will investigate what's the evidence of intent, and we'll go from there.
This rant he went in about somebody he'd worked with who was clearly Jewish because he abused him for being so, as part of his narrative. I mean, what's that all about? To suddenly, some personal dispute he's got with someone, to be ranting in front of thousands of people about it.
Right.
It was wholly unprofessional. It was pathetic, to be honest, and it's not what festivals should be about. And imagine if you're a young Jewish person, and there were some there, and I've spoken to some in the middle of all of this. How does it make you feel?
Has he? Has he spoken to them? Or is he just lying about that?
Are you being included in everything?
Well, what do you make of the BBC's conduct? Because, they've issued a warning on screen. The performance won't be available on iPlayer. They already decided not to live stream Kneecap over concerns about past comments from that group. Did they do all they could, or are you concerned, as the BBC's critics allege, that there's a problem there, a bias against Israel?
There's not a bias against Israel in any media. I'm sorry. There's anti-Semites out there, definitely. I mean, Tucker Carlson, Marjorie Taylor Greene. There's plenty of them out there. But there is a massive bias towards Israel. This is why we're having this conversation. Like, let's say if it was Russia, for example. Kill Russian army. Would people be having the same issues? After the illegal invasion of Russia? Probably not. Okay.
Well, I think they've managed to get themselves snookered. I think they need to look. They've got enough staff at Glastonbury. They ought to have been able to see this problem coming. But I don't think they've done this willfully. They've allowed themselves to be outmaneuvered and snookered to create this platform. And I know my criticism is of the organisers of Glastonbury, who put these people on, sorted out when they were going on, put them on the same stage pretty much at the same time as kind of the warm-up act. Now, that's deliberate, that's calculated.
Well,
and the impact on Jewish...
How is it? Again, he's conflating Zionism, the Israeli state, with Jewish people. A lot of Jewish people are against the genocide in Gaza. So that's a dangerous conflation. That's an anti-Semitic conflation he's making there. And that's way more dangerous than what Kneecap said, what Bob Vylan says. Compare that with artists having a political point, and the ongoing genocide in Gaza committed by Israel, enabled by the UK government, the American government, enabled by the media. The media have their hands in this too. It's insane. On that note, I'll see you in the next video.